Yeah. Episode 1.
Welcome to the Joey Acker Experiment.
Hello and welcome to the Joey Acker Experiment. Yes, this is an experiment. I'm starting a podcast, or at least a new podcast, to get out there. It's kind of a no-holds-barred podcast. I'm not really going to sugarcoat a couple of things, and it's really anything that anybody wants to talk about. And I'm kind of leaning on, hopefully, listeners, and then I'm going to pick up some listeners. I'm here at the Acker Studios, and I'm hoping to get some pretty interesting topics. These will be 30-minute segment podcast episodes, and they'll range from anything from, generalized today stuff to kids to some political type stuff might pop up. Family stuff, marriage, friends, anything that really you can talk about. And it's kind of a no-holds-barred kind of a podcast because I'm really not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm 54 years old. If you've read anything into my into the bio or about the podcast show, I'm 54. I've kind of been around the block a little bit. And I've learned a lot of things, that, people ask all the time, if you could go back in time, would you change anything? Very little, very few. But I do look at it as I don't want to go back in time, and I don't want to be a kid, and I definitely don't want to be a kid in today's environment. We'll get into that in some other episodes, and we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about all sorts of stuff. And to polish off each episode, we're going to do the WTF news, as in what the fuck news, and it will be you can't make this shit up, and what's out there and what's going on. And it's the stuff that I find that I think is just absolutely blows my mind. And it happens all the time. It literally happens all the time. It's things that are out there from, just to standardize what you see on your local news to your national news to stuff that's overseas. Definitely going to be some Donald Trump stuff that's in there, which still trying to figure that out from, there won't be a lot of it, but there'll be some Joe Biden stuff and some Kamala Harris, I call her Chlamydia Harris, and but yeah, that's there's going to be really a bunch of different types of stuff that I'm going to talk about, and you may agree and you may disagree, you may laugh and you may be telling me that I'm stupid and ignorant, but my thing is back whatever it is that you have if you want to come at me and tell me with factual why I'm stupid or why I got it wrong, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for just some fun engagement and my views of how I see things and the things that I want to get out there. And really, this is kind of is really therapy for me a little bit, because I'm going to get out and drop a bunch of stuff just to get this off my chest and stuff every day. My wife basically tells me that there are times that I'm a little uneasy, angry. I don't relax enough. All I do is work. Now that is true. I do work a lot. I mean, it feels like my real home is at my office. But sorry, I'm drinking a Blue Moon. Delicious. No promotion there, but I'm just telling you, it's just got a nice, delicious taste to it. But, I have my views and I have my visions and things that are out there and how I view the world and how I view people and how I take things in and how I perceive. And I really kind of just want to put it out there and get some feedback from, listeners and people that are out there. And my thing is the Joey Acker experiment is really, this is just an experiment. good, bad, or indifferent. There's no real pass or fail on any of this. It's more about, being out there and putting stuff out there and interacting with other people. And, definitely with the email that's attached to our account, I would love to have some interaction and definitely have some topic stuff that I could basically put my stuff out there so I could give you my view and what I see. Like I said, I'm not a spring chicken. I'm not 20 years old. I'm not 17. I'm not 16. But remember one thing, I come from, the Gen X era. And, we were, we're going to have some Gen X topics. We were definitely raised different than, especially today's world. And, and people really need to fucking get it right. A buddy of mine that works for me, super good friend, Shane, he goes, man, get it fucking right, man. We're not boomers, okay? We're Gen X, okay? Boomers were before us. And, the boomers, they did their thing. But the Gen X, man, I tell you what, those boomers really kicked us in the ass. And, we didn't, get all the fun and the luxuries and all the, the little, little perks. God, the frickin' perks that today people get, I don't want to get too deep into that. This is just going to be basically an open segment to the show. And I just really kind of want to get out, introduce myself a little bit, and put some stuff out there, and kind of let you know what this podcast is going to be about. And I would love to get some people and make sure that, you be part of the podcast, make sure that you subscribe to the podcast so that you can hear episodes. I'm going to do my best to try to get, at least one or two out a week and have some fun stuff. And I'm not going for sponsorships. I'm not going for anything cool. I just want to be that one guy that, I can talk about maybe some stuff that maybe you're a lot younger than me, or maybe you're the same age as me and you're having something that's going on, or you're, like I said, or you're younger and maybe you just want an outside perspective of another person to kind of put some eyeballs, into maybe what's bothering you, or maybe you're just trying to just do something. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of as we like to say back in the day is I'm a jack of all trades, master of zero, but I can do a lot of stuff, man. I can build stuff, I can fix stuff. I can put stuff together. I don't need to have my hand held. I don't really complain about doing strenuous labors, or anything like that. I don't have to have people pat me on the back and tell me how amazing I am, and I don't need a trophy because I woke up and showed up, to do something that somebody asked or needed me to do something. I don't need a participation trophy, but but that's really what it's about. Is this is more of an experiment, to build and I don't know if it's even out there. It might be to build an experimental podcast community of sharing information, of maybe you giving me a topic with your views of it, and then I can spill my view on top of it, give me your name, who you are, where you're from, and maybe we can create a really cool podcast environment that not only would be good for the person or myself, and if we don't have a topic, I'll just create my own, but maybe we could create a large database of some data that either A, could really help somebody out, or B, maybe somebody that's struggling for something and it's just driving them fucking nuts. helps them out a little bit, or puts them in the right path, or points them in the right direction. Remember, life's is a multi-lane highway and country road. And if that doesn't make sense to you, then that means you're just way too fucking young and you don't get it. That you can travel down many different roads in your life. And, I'm not a therapist, and I'm not trying to fix your world. I mean, that's not my job. That's your job to do. But I'll tell you what I will do is I will put stuff out there to try to help you get your own knowledge and put you in the right direction. Because I promise you that there's nothing that you've done that I probably haven't done, or I don't know somebody that's already done what you've done or where you're at. And my thing is we need to stop with the holding of the hands and the pussyfooting, and need to get back to basics, and that's what's fucking wrong with this world. And we're going to talk about a bunch of this stuff, but I just wanted to get it out there. Like I said, the Joey Acker experiment, and like I said, it is an experiment, but it only works if I get people like you as an individual to get in and give some topic, but not just the topic. Give me your information of why you're giving me the topic, because I want to see your view about it. I don't need a book, just a basic synopsis of, what your view is. And who knows? I mean, shit, we may be on the exact same damn road, and we might be able to, hell, who knows, I mean, come up with some new solution, or we may just see eye to eye on everything, but maybe I could put a spin on it to maybe help somebody out, or basically maybe it just may piss me off and I may just rant and go off on it. So who knows? You're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm not going to be upset. There's nothing you can do that anybody hasn't already done to me, so you're not going to piss me off or anything. Maybe not. But anyway, like I said, the Joey Acker experiment is strictly for fun, entertainment. I'm not holding anything back. I'm going to say piss, shit, fart, whatever on my podcast. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to hold back. I always wanted to have my own thing, and I'm not going to have every other word a cuss word, but when it comes up, I'm going to let it out, and it's going to happen. That's just the way I'm going to be. I'm going to have some guests on for sure. I've got like buddies and stuff. Got great stories. I'm going to have some storytelling and stuff of some stuff that's happened in my life that maybe I could share with somebody else that, who knows, might put a smile on their face, might make them laugh for 5 seconds, or they're having a bad week. You never know, man. I mean, it don't make a shit. Life's short, man. Remember, it's an hourglass. As soon as you flip it over, the sand drops into the bottom pan. It ain't ever going back up. So, the little things that you can do to spruce up and keep your life straight and happy, that's a really big damn deal in this world. There's a lot of people that are struggling, and there's unhappiness. There's crazy shit going on out there right now. In the news. And, and some people get freaked out about it. Some don't, and sometimes we just need something, to pick us up or relieve some of the uneasiness that's in your world. And this is not just for guys. This is for girls. This is for anybody, moms, dads, teenagers, whatever. Just remember, I'm not going to hold my volume back. It's going to be what I do. And but other than that, man, I want to thank you for listening in on the very first podcast. And please comment right here on Spotify and let me know what you think, and let me know what you're thinking. And let's build something, and let's have a little fun with it. So thanks for listening in. This is going to be a short one for episode number 1, but I just wanted to get it out there and introduce myself. And thank you for listening to the Joey Acker Experiment. And let's make some fucking fun shit, man. You guys have a great day. And remember, life's short. Don't waste it. Bye.